Ah. I'm laughing because that intro, I was not expecting it. Big up to my brother Vegeta. He took over. He took over. And you know what? He left his fingerprints. He left his fingerprints. I was not expecting that at all. I was just thinking, we go, just go live like usually, just like gorilla style, go live, no intro, nothing, like I usually most of the time do. But well, that was unexpected. Big up yourself for being here. Shout out to Stephanie. Shout out to Mr. Dover in the building saying hello. You know, oh, that is a cat. That is an actual cat. I was wondering if you were trolling earlier on, but you're right. That is a cat behind something. You just gotta zoom in, but don't zoom in too close. Oh boy. Shout out to Javid in the building. Stephanie says, normally I would be awake for the show, but early start tomorrow. So here is my early light. I appreciate you, Stephanie, so much. Matter of fact, this is happening because of you, because StreamYard was not working earlier on. And so I could have done the show earlier. That's my partial excuse. But you know what? We're here. As I said, 3 shows this week in the evening. That's what I promised. That's what I will deliver. Next week, we're going to try to increase it to 4. So we have basically the ideal situation is minimum 2 shows per day. They may be short. Like today's show is going to be short, but it's a little bit of a recap to see where things are. And also a little bit of my thoughts on what I so far think we may be where we may be next season in terms of how our rebuild is going. So we're going to talk just briefly about that and talk about this guy Hugo Ekitike. Obviously there was some news that broke out today that Man United is also opening talks with that. It's a sort of a little bit of a mix and match Cupid Tinder situation, Bumble going on. It's like these Victor Gyökeres, Victor Osimhen, Hugo Ekitike, maybe even more strikers as well that may be on the move. Šeško, and there's some clubs that are looking for a talisman pretty much. So it's going to be very interesting because right now it's all just speculation, speculation that, but we really don't know. We really don't know how things are going to turn out. So this is one of those where we might as well do a little transfer prediction. Where do you think these players are going to land? The 4 players I just mentioned. We'll talk about that. And so kindly hit the like button if you're just tuning in. I appreciate you. This is a late one. It's better than no one.
Football Power Hour!
Brush, you funny. You're right. I zoomed in and I was like, hold on a second. What? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, late show is better than no show. So first things first. First play I want to ask about Benjamin Šeško, who's currently rumored to be the number 1 target for Arsenal. Will he end up at Arsenal? Could he end up somewhere else? Spurs? Could he end up at Chelsea? Could he end up at United? Who knows? What do you think? Victor Osimhen, who we know has rejected Saudi, wants to stay in Europe. If he stays in Europe, there's information that's out that yes, he's interested in the Premier League, but who knows? He could end up in another league. Who knows? He could end up in another team. But could he end up seeing himself at Chelsea? We know last season Victor Osimhen and Chelsea were talking and then it ended up that he ended up in Galatasaray. So what's going to happen this season? Uh, Victor Gyökeres, who is closely linked with Manchester United. There's been sort of like all this quiet about him until pretty much yesterday. And now that, there's going to be obviously more people inquiring, more clubs inquiring, saying, what is going on over there? Is Gyökeres available? Can we put in a better offer than Manchester United? So where will he end up? Could it be one of those situations where Victor Gyökeres ends up at Arsenal and then Victor Osimhen ends up at Man United? You know what I'm saying? I would be mad at that because I want Gyökeres. I go back and forth with this. I want Gyökeres at Man United because I think like he would work well with Ruben Amorim. But then as just a complete player, I feel like Osimhen is a little bit better. He's better, So I go back and forth on it. So I'm just curious where you think these players will end up. And obviously, we mentioned Sesko, Osimhen, and Gyökeres, and now there is Hugo Ekitike as well that has entered the bill. Matter of fact, let's talk about how this was broken down earlier. It was pretty much just talked about by Plettenberg, I believe, Florian Plettenberg, who's a very respected respected journalist. He's a reporter for Sky. He does a lot of covers a lot of transfer news, and yeah, he is the one that pretty much said brought this Hugo Ekitike name into the rumor mill, and this is now like everybody's talking about him. And if you don't know who he is, he scored more league goals, 15 league goals, than any other player aged 22 or younger across Europe's top 5 leagues last season. So he has 33 GA across all competitions. Very promising talent. That is why we have to talk about him as well. And so I'm sure he plays for Frankfurt, but would he be the person that would change our goal drought? Will he be the person? Because we definitely need something that is better than Rasmus Højlund, and from the looks of things, this guy is promising, right? As Plenty Goal said, Man United officially entered the race to sign Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt. Contact has been made in the last 48 hours, and the interest is concrete. This is about 6 hours ago. So, should we go for him, though? Oh, look at this. Let me show you this. Let me show you this skill. The skill level is looking good, Ekitike reminds me of a young Henri, says Mr. Dover. Like, look at this. I see why you say that. I see why you say that. You remember Henri had that goal, like where he received the ball with his back to goal at Highbury, and then he just kind of just turned and then boom, golazo. Look at this. Look at this. This is Hugo Ekitike, guys. Did you see the turn? Let's see it one more time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The guy can cook, Oh, the more you look at it, the nastier it looks. He's a baller, Aged on, but is he worth 100 M's? He reminds you of a young Henri, but is he worth it though? Is he worth that much? Gyökeres wants to play for Arsenal. He has stated this desire very openly to his agent, says Mr. Dover. Crazy if that's the truth, because all this time he been letting us run with the story that Gyökeres, Ruben Amorim, and then the president comes out, and now Gyökeres also has a post that he put out, right? He said something about there's a lot of talks at the moment. Let me show you what I'm talking about so you don't think I'm fabricating. If you haven't seen this yet, this is from Victor Gyökeres's social media. Instagram. He says, there's a lot of talk at the moment. Most of it is false. I will speak when the time is right. Which part of it is false? Victor Gyökeres. And this is because the Arsenal conversation came to light, right? So he felt the need to say that because Arsenal has been rumored that, they met with his agent. I think that's the part that he's saying is false, because all these other days when the first part of the transfer window has been open, Victor Gyökeres hasn't said nothing. He's been quiet like a mouse. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to silence the Arsenalites, the bottlers. He's like, yo, I will speak when the time is right. But a lot of it is false. So I feel like that's more, if you know what I'm saying? This is one of those things I feel like he's a little bit saying there's an assurance for you guys that, look, do not associate me with them guys. And that leads me to the thing that, we could actually, if at all Gyökeres, if at all Gyökeres works out, this Instagram post is the one that's making me just say, look, Victor, goal machine, come on, as a center forward, goals are coming in. 15 GA minimum. 15 GA minimum. And I see Victor Gyökeres just being right there and saying, listen, Rasmus Højlund, learn. We already know we got Cunha. Right? I don't know why we quiet with Mbuma. I don't know why that's quiet, but we already got Cunha. Supposing that Mbeumo is just one of those things where we want to get the center forward done first, right? We know that left wing back, this is Man United rebuild, It's got Dorgu. He's part of the rebuild. He's a rebuild signing. We know that in the middle here, we have Bruno. You cannot forget Bruno. He rejected the Saudis. And he's going to be here. These are the players so far that are part of the rebuilds that we know more likely than not they'll be here next season. I cannot remember that, but good thing now, like in retrospect, Mudryk didn't work out. Oh, pardon my typo there. I was trying to remember Mbumo's actual how his name is pronounced, right? It's not Mbeumo. We looked this up the other day. Something like the E is silent, so that's why I mistyped that. But thank you for catching that, Mr. Dover. Mbeumo. It's not Mbeumo. Hey, bro, I got dyslexia, so just bear with me. But let's call him Brian. Right? Mbeumo. Brian Mbeumo. Mbeumo. I think that's how you go. That's how you spell it, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, this is how it's spelled. Mbeumo. Unfortunately, Dalot will be there. Let's be real. I'd like to ship him on, but Dalot is gonna be there. I'd like for Dalot to be gone, but let's be serious for a second. This is not Christmas. It's open heart surgery, but it's a systematic. It takes time, So I think Dalot is gonna be there for sure. Bruno will be there. Dorgu will be there. And then over here, I don't see any suitors for Casemiro. or anybody that can afford him. So these players that you're looking at, the 7 players you're looking at, is our Man United rebuild. Right? Then we go to the defense. Defense, we know that we've got, what's his name? We got De Ligt. We're more or less all right in defense, even though it'll be nice to get, get somebody else. We got Lenny Yoro. We got Maguire, in fact, who can also be in that central position with De Ligt. And then we got Licha as well, who will, matter of fact, let me put some respect on Licha. He's the senior player here. Lenny Yoro, sit down for a second. We're doing the rebuild 11. Martinez, we got De Ligt, and then right here, it's Mazarawi. Right? And then it's conjunctivitis. Okay. Let's put some respect on him. Guys, Onana could... I don't want to say it. Wrap up says this is shitty. Nah, it's the rebuild. It's Man United post open heart surgery. Come on, man. Is it? Wrap up. What's stopping this team from challenging for top 6? What? I'm going to put the link in the chat, matter of fact. We got less than, we got about like 12 minutes left on this stream. He says, put Martinez in goal. Yeah, you see the Emi Martinez rumors have stopped now. I don't know if that's going to happen. We're trying to be like realistic, as much as possible. I know I have Djokovic in there. But what is stopping this team from being top 6? I know my answer. I want to know, what's your answer? Big up, broski.
Yes, man. Like and subscribe, first and foremost, to Football Power.
First and foremost, thank you for reminding them. Don't be a 007 agent. What is stopping this team, bro? What is stopping this team from being a top 6 team?
Could you ask that question to another call? I'm here to make predictions for the players that you named.
Okay, all right. Oh, transfer predictions, and we'll come to that. All right, let's ask Wrap Up. Wrap Up.
The midfield is shit, bruv.
Come on, no, man. You can't say that.
It's Bonnie Blue settings in the midfield you picked.
No.
Did you not learn from Europa League final? Did you not learn from Europa League final? Casemiro and Bruno were not working in the Prem.
You're basing that on one goal, one game.
No. I'm basing that on the season because Bruno always vacates the midfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
A better midfield in the Prem would be Ugarte and Casemiro, unfortunately.
Okay.
And this is why Bruno should have got sold, because he's going to be a conundrum now.
So now that makes either Cunha or Brian Mbumo on the bench.
No. That means really poor strategy again. Bruno will be on the bench as captain. That's what really should happen.
No,
because he doesn't function. No, let me land.
Okay.
Because if you can't lie, in the Prem, Casemiro and Bruno will never work. It will never work. Bonnie Blue settings. Every team will run through us at will.
Wait, what was Ruud van Nistelrooy's midfield pairing? There was who was in there?
It was Ugarte and Casemiro.
Yeah, it was Ugarte and Casemiro. You're right.
Defensive solidity, at least, and Casemiro would stay close to Ugarte and go up very sparingly. This thing's not going to work. We're going to get chefed.
Okay. All right. Well, Brian,
and this is what I'll say it again. This from Amram will get him sacked. You keeping Bruno as your savior.
Yeah.
Will get him Right.
Okay, wrap up. I updated the midfield. Look at it. Take a look at the team again. So we got Ugats and Casemiro in the midfield, Cunha and Bruno in the 210 positions.
Where's Mbuma?
He's on the bench, bro.
No.
He's on the
And
bench.
Bruno
Like
scored,
what?
and Bruno scored more goals than Bruno last season. 20 goals. What are you doing here?
But
Bruno's not the future. I hate to break it down to you guys. You do
yeah.
realize Bruno's not the future.
But bro, he said he's here. He's here for the next
Cool, yes, that's great. That's
couple of
great. He's
years.
here.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll be real with you. Bruno would only work in a 3-5-2. Where you pack the midfield. It won't work in this 3-4-3. We've seen the body of work now. We've seen it. Even with Ten Hag 3-1-6, Bruno in the deep, it doesn't work.
Okay. So
In Europe, it's fine. In the Premier League, it's Bonnie Blue setting. Ran through.
It's ran through, bro. too much GA. Listen, so okay, all right. How about we do this then? Let's do this. All right, you want to put Bruno on the bench. That's what you want. What about this then? So it's like Ugarte, Casemiro, Cunha, Umbuemo, Jokeresh, Dalo, Dorgu. That's a strong lineup.
No. Where's Ahmad?
Oh,
Where's Ahmad? What are you doing?
Oh, very, very strong one, bro. That's a strong point right there. That's really how it should be. That's the rebuild right there. Okay, we put Ahmad in there. This team looks good. This team is ready for now. Actually, we could get fifth with this, bro.
Like I said, top 6 and no excuses.
We could get fifth or sixth with this.
Top 6 and no excuses.
Right?
And that's what it is. We could definitely get top 6. One game a week. You got plenty of time to teach your do your setup. No excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 6.
So Ahmad plays the Premier League games. Dalo plays the FA Cup, and
Dalo's a bench player next season. He should be.
Okay.
He's not a wing back. He doesn't attack enough. He's not a wing back.
This is not bad, This is actually, I have more confidence looking at this team. Let me see.
Solid. There's enough athletes in there, and it's solid.
Yeah, no, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. Balitech was just here. Let me see if
that's the truth.
Yeah, Balitech, broski, big up,
Yo,
man.
we in the building. Have no fear. Balitech is here.
Right. Look at this rebuild 11, bro. Look at this. Is this not inducing fear on the opponents?
As I'm going through this, Onana and Go, Mazarawi, Dalit, Martinez, Ahmad, Ugarte, Casemiro, Dorgu, Cunha, and Buemo Jokeres. Now, the defense is pretty decent apart from the goalkeeper. That's shocking settings there. And then if we go into the midfield,
there is no. I see.
The thing is, in this team, because there's creativity in the front, you can get away with not playing Bruno. But then I can't see how the club is gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna drop Bruno. We can drop Bruno as fans, but ultimately the manager's gonna play Bruno.
100%, and like the most available player you've had the last couple of seasons. There's no way he's chopping bench. I hear what Rep Up is saying, and I hear you're saying the creativity will not be lacking, but this guy is the highest paid player, if I'm not mistaken, or one of the highest paid players, and he has to be in the lineup. He's
I'm
no
not
other.
advocating for dropping Bruno anyway because I like Bruno. So I'm not with wrap up like on this view because normally I think there's some things that he says that I totally agree with and I hear, but I'm not
Yeah.
hearing him on this Bruno thing. Bruno is one of our best players, and I think in 2025 it's become a popular thing where we down our best player. Somebody with like near enough 40 GA.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
slandering him and we're dragging his name through the mud and we're saying this, that, and the third. Like, I want somebody to show me another player in the world that a guy's got like near enough 40 GA and his name is getting dragged through the mud in such a fashion. So I don't really agree with that. Don't get me wrong, he did make a mistake in the final. But for the most part, if there's any player amongst our team, if there's any
I'm gonna say
if
one.
there's if there's any player
let him finish.
amongst our team that could cover their name in any form of glory,
Yeah.
it wouldn't it definitely would be Bruno
Yeah.
and maybe somebody else.
Yeah.
But there's no names that you can put there without putting Bruno's name there, as far as I'm concerned.
100%, bro. Like that's why for me
So,
it's
but
difficult.
like I'm gonna say to you again, I'm gonna say to you again another thing. Martinez doesn't deserve to start in this team as well. That'll be another Bonnie Blue set.
Ooh, really?
Yes. He needs to come off from the bench and prove himself. There's too many injuries. Sick note. He's played less than Varane. And he's not quick either. That's another thing people don't want to admit that with Martinez. He's not quick. He struggles to defend from wide areas. I'm sorry. Yes, he's got decent ball playing ability. That's not enough. I'd rather someone who can just. Euro's decent on the. Euro's very good on the board as well. So for me, Euro has to start.
You know, Luke Shaw will be here. I'm just putting the subs in right now, and I'm seeing that Luke Shaw is gonna start before Dorgu, unfortunately. But
I don't think Luke Shaw gets into the team as a wing back, but you know what? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his fitness is gonna be like come the start of the season. He had a run of games towards the end of the season after a long period out.
How many games has he played over 10 in the last 3 years in the league?
Bro,
I mean, I don't know.
Have he got over 10 appearances in the league in the last 3 years?
Luke Shaw's stats, bro. You want to see this?
You sure you want to see this? Oh no, man! No, I've had enough. Get him out, but we can't. That's what I'm saying.
It's just red. Anytime you see red, it's not a good look, you know. Let's see. So last 24-25 season, he only played 348 minutes in the Premier League.
So how many games is that? That's like 340.
348 divided by 90 should be.
Is that insane?
Yeah, it's literally
340 minutes.
Less than 4 games. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't even get 10 appearances. No, but I'm gonna be real. Martinez cannot start either. I'm sorry, he can't start. You have to break his way into the team slowly. I'm sorry. Two major injuries, not having it. Euro needs to start.
I hear it, but like I think when everybody is fit, though, like. You know,
if everybody's, I think this lineup is more a case of if everyone is fit and everybody's at 100%.
Yeah.
And if Martinez is at 100%, I would expect that he would start due to his seniority and his experience in the team.
Yeah.
Plus, before he got injured, I think he was one of our best players before he got injured. And then he did go through a spell where he played and he just he didn't look like the Martinez that came to Man United. I do remember that. But I do also remember before he got the injury, that's when he finally started going on a run of games of playing well. So his injury came at a weird time because I was waiting to see the Martinez that actually had form. And I was actually calling him a booby trap player prior to him getting injured. But then before that, I think he went on like maybe 4 or 5 games where he looked quite solid. I remember the goal that remember when he scored that goal, and then there was the ball that and then there was the goal that then there was the assist that he played. I'm trying to remember who he played the assist to. And we scored like a last minute goal, but it was a beautiful
Man City.
Well, yeah, for Ahmad, the chance for Ahmad. So he has played well at times, but I just wish that he never got injured, and then he could have continued with the form that he was showing before he got injured. So he can play well, but at the end of the day, Aiden Heaven, I'm not gonna lie, Aiden Heaven, that guy. There's something about him, innit? I don't want to jump the gun, but
he's
that left centre back.
Yeah,
the way he plays on the ball at that left centre back, there's something there.
For me, Aiden Heaven should start all the League Cup games. We need to start not overusing our youth team up. All the League Cup games he should start. Yeah.
That's
League Cup.
Get out of here, man. All this overusing our youth, bro. Don't talk about my kids. I've been building them up, building up their confidence for years. And when you want to play them when they're 25, 24, bro, if they're ready, they're ready. Let them play. How they gonna learn if they're down the pitch? They can't learn from the sideline over and over. And get that delay out of here, man.
But don't overdo it, because we see what's been happening to our youth players.
No. I'm not hearing that. And there's no overplaying them. We're playing them because they're good.
No,
get
but
the out of here.
But next season we're not like overplaying anybody. We barely have enough games. So.
One game a week, and you have FA Cup and
that's why I said play. That's why I said play Aiden Evan in the cup games. He gets all the League Cup games or the FA Cup games.
Nah.
So, but Professor, what's stopping this team, by the way, from winning, from being in the top 6, by the way, from being in the top 6?
Delete.
Delete is stopping
us. With Delete?
Yeah, Delete is stopping it. Even Martinez is stopping it.
I said Martinez, get him out of here. I said that.
Question though, you haven't answered why you think Delete is stopping it.
Because we want to play ball to free and build up, and delay is not going to help us. Delay is going to help us to push up the high line, but ball to feet, build up from the back, delay will not helping us there. On the right hand side should be Lenny Euro, because the way this manager want to use those 2 wide center back, that'd be able to cover wide as well. Put Lenny Euro there and ball to feet as well. And the left hand side. Listen. I know people love Martinez. Martinez has amazing passing. His passing is great, but defending the wide areas is danger. Pull Heaven there.
Okay, so who replaces Delete? Because Maguire cannot do.
New signing.
Now
it can't be Maguire, because Maguire.
Listen, you're saying new signing, and again, let me give my. If hold on, wait a minute. If you don't get a new signing, Tyler Fredrickson. Listen, I'm telling you, my kids are ready, and you're trying to tell them they're not ready. You don't watch them. I watch these kids. They are ready to play football. They're not ready to win under 21.
I definitely watch the youth style. Trust me. I definitely watch the youth setup.
I'll put the youth setup over Maguire all day, every day. Maguire should never be in this lineup because Maguire will not play in the high line. Simple as
you want a youth back 3 then? You want a youth back 3? Euro, Aiden Evan, and Fredrickson.
You guys are too much now.
It's not my fault that I watch football and I watch all type of football and I watch the youth football. It's not my fault that I know more about them than most people.
I think to be fair, you asked a question, you gave me the answer, so you know.
The answer, fair enough.
Can I give my opinion? Can I give my opinion? I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I don't want to say. I know this fan base. You
Hmm?
say play the youth. Today's date. No, let me finish.
Yeah,
Today's
go
date
ahead.
is the 13th of June, 2025. The Premier League starts on the 16th or 17th of August, or at least
16th.
that weekend.
Yeah.
By the end of September, I don't want to hear moaning from anybody on this panel.
I
I
won't.
don't
No,
want to
I
hear it.
don't agree with playing all
I
youth
won't.
players, so you can't say that. I don't agree
I
with playing all
won't
youth
be. I
players.
won't be.
Do we all know who
I,
I'm talking about? I'm gonna
I'm
call you
not
out.
jumping the
Professor
gun
Omo,
about playing the
don't
youth
come here.
players.
Don't come on here and start complaining and saying why is he playing
I won't.
Doctor, but
Listen,
didn't you
don't
say we won
wanna
the
hear
treble
it.
back to back or something? Didn't you say that?
listen,
Yo,
listen.
Wow, you're
It's a
adding
simple.
sugar and salt to
It's a
the
simple
tea.
fact of you
That is
watch them
not what I
and you
said.
know what they can do.
I
And
don't want to hear it.
that midfield of Casemiro Gate, it ain't gonna work. Listen, as much as you people love Bruno Fernandes, that too ain't gonna work.
I said
Gokares,
that as
listen.
well. I said this. I said that.
Listen, will Gokares, how this manager wants to play? If this manager play the ball down the channel,
Football.
I
He
might be
needs
hammering out.
running.
I might
He
be
needs
hammering out. If
running.
we start playing the ball down the channel, I might be hammering out. Because this whole last year, you had Hoyland fighting 50-50. You had Xerxes fighting 50-50 in the air. You had Chiro fighting 50-50 in the air. At no point do you start to play down the channel. But when they give you big boy Gokares, or you start to play the ball down the channel, oh, now there's going to be some issues. It's going to be some
Next
Next
issues. I
week.
pray we get
It's
Gokares.
cooking.
Because I want to see what this manager would do. Like, hey, Gokares run down the byline. Because he didn't do it with none of our strikers. All of a sudden, yeah, Gokares, now you want to try it? Okay,
It's
we shall be
cooking.
there.
It's
We shall
cooking.
be there.
Well, was it because of Hoyland not being good enough?
No. It wasn't because Holland wasn't good enough. Because remember the ball coach Onana? Onana kicked the ball long. Hey, Holland trying to win 50-50. He loses that every single time. We
Yeah,
have
and
said
whose
that was
fault
bad.
is
All
that?
of these things as well. I
I
said
want.
this as well.
Wait, Papi.
Yeah,
I
but
want to see if we
I
get
don't think
Gokares.
it's
Wait, hold on. Let me end here. I want to see if we get Gokares. It will Nana get the ball and the goal goes to Gokares. I'm
I
curious.
could
I want
see
to
that,
see
you
that
know. I
because
could
at
see that.
Sporting it wasn't doing that. At Sporting wasn't doing that. So I want to see if we're gonna give him the Gokares. I want to see something. I
I
want
could
to
see
see
that happening.
something.
I
you know
agree with
one thing
Emma.
do you know one thing I'll say, yeah? I hear what you're saying, Omo, but you see the problem, you see how what you've just explained, it didn't happen every single time. But
Yeah.
they were mixing it up, trying to get Hoyland into the game. But the problem is when you give this kid the ball never sticks. The ball never sticks. And even if he is able to get the ball with a decent control, when he passes the ball back for the bounce pass, the ball doesn't come back to Ahmad or whoever else that's passed it to him with the right amount of weight on it. And the guy always loses the ball. So the team has to find a creative way of actually just not passing him the ball in order
Yeah, they
to work
bypass
the ball up the
And
pitch.
But you know, Bali also happened with Xerxes in
hold on.
there
When
or
when when the
Tito in
ball
there.
when the ball goes to Hoyland, like some Man United players already are preparing, I gotta run back. We're losing this possession. That's
He sets up counter attacks for the opposition, man. He does it
The
every
only
week. That's what's happening.
the only difference with Xerxes as an example
yeah.
is
Xerxes could
that
tap the ball.
Xerxes can stop the ball and he can do something with it. He can play with his teammates, so he can bring the ball up the pitch or cheeky nutmeg by himself sometimes, and then wait for players to arrive. But the other guy, I don't know what he's been doing lately, and it's been funny because loads of people have been sending me clips of him doing madnesses for Denmark, clips of him like that way.
I understand. I'm not too worried about that. And listen, this Bruno Fernandez, as much as people love him in that area, in that 10 row with Ahmad there, listen, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Ogate, also another disaster waiting to happen.
So you just
The
want to
midfield is shit. I've said
clear
it
the
already. The midfield
entire
is shit.
The midfield, listen. As much as people love Bruno, because of Bruno, we're not getting Mbeumo. I already said that out a long time ago. And it's like, listen, that whole midfield is in shambles. It's so disorganized. Because again, Cunha wants
Bonnie
ball to feed.
blue settings.
Cunha wants ball to feed. Gokares want to run down the channel.
You know why I'm not so the
The
midfield,
lines are now green. If you play
the
FIFA, the lines are now green.
the midfield is not absolutely perfect, but I think it's serviceable. And the reason why I say it's
Yeah.
serviceable because the problem that we had last season was that apart from the goalkeeper, the defense was decent. Yeah, it was serviceable. The midfield was mid. It was mid at best. However, that strike force is diabolical.
It's below
Now
par.
it's diabolical. And the thing is, yeah, it changes the game. When teams know that you're never gonna score, the amount of risks that they will take to go forward is gonna put a rubbish keeper under pressure. Whereas if teams see in the tunnel, they're lining up with these players, they see Cunha, they see Mbuemo, they see Gyökeres, they're like, whoa, lads, you
You're gonna
better
sit
be
back.
on your
You're gonna
game.
sit back to start off this year.
Listen, to tell you the truth, I don't believe that. People ain't scared no more. People just follow what the manager tactics is and just going about their day.
And
Like
this is the
the way
thing.
I see it, because again, listen, where Cunha is, Gookers like to run to those channels. Gookers like those areas.
Yeah, but
Gookers
this
But
is
like
they
the
those
can, they
thing.
areas.
can, they can
So
This
to
is
now.
this
me,
is
to
But
me,
you think,
this Ugarte thing is a diabolical. Bruno will have to drop back to create space for Ahmad to go into those roads to make it a 4-3-3. To make it a
I
three, to
think
make it a up three, but like Ahmad will be where he is, but he will drift out wide. We're in
I
danger.
do you know what I see? I see a combination of Mbuemo and Ahmad just working in tandem. Sometimes Ahmad will come inside, sometimes Mbuemo will go and
Obama
hug the
tracks back
touchline.
too.
yeah.
So we're gonna see all different types of madnesses. But one thing I'm hoping is that teams don't respect us, and then the lack of respect that they're giving us
I
is
mean,
gonna be their
the
downfall.
results we got last season, they've been disrespecting us anyway. To be fair, so
So I'm hoping that they don't rate us this season because the only difference is when we now go forward, they know that we're not gonna score. This time around, it's a different situation.
They're just
We've
gonna
got
give us
three people up there capable of scoring goals.
Well, so
they're just gonna give it the ball and presence all day. I'm just curious like how we're gonna build up. Is our build gonna be the same as last year? In which year the ball go to Nana and we go long. Like I'm curious how is that gonna be?
We'll find out
Or we're
during
gonna use our
pre-season.
wing back as bait because the Casemiro Gate that is 2 times 0 is 0.
all right,
No, but it's serviceable for now. That's
wrap
the
up.
problem.
Let's hear Doctor. Guys, big up to everybody that's tuning in. Thank you for being here and hitting the like button. Shout out to Percy, long time. Yes, Mr. Dover has a picture, but if you look at the picture, it's not what you think it is. So the question that I've been asking everybody, Doctor, I hadn't asked you, what is stopping
Yeah.
this team that you're seeing in front of you? You can notice there is no Mbuemo yet in here because we're talking about
And
the
I don't even know, to be honest, I don't even know why you put Gyökeres there because he's not confirmed yet.
Yeah. I know.
So
That's
me personally, I would take him off till
Okay.
he's confirmed. Till he
okay.
has signed the papers and we have the picture to confirm. At least with Cunha, we
Okay.
know he's there.
With Cunha, we know he's there for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has an interview coming out tomorrow, 4 p.m. UK time.
Oh,
So
that's incredible. That's incredible. But we know we're in the market for a center forward. So it could be Gyökeres,
Yeah.
it could be Osimhen, it could be Ekitike.
no, it all depends because
right?
honestly, it all depends on who exactly it is. But at this point, yeah, I
Okay.
just want preseason will tell me, confirm to me exactly what I hope would go on. But I just want them to be cohesive, to communicate, to be fluid. And I know that maybe a great preseason doesn't necessarily make the season be great. You can have a great preseason and a horrible season, and vice versa.
you happen to need Van Gaal.
Yeah. So and I actually do want to see Tom Heaton play in the preseason. I mean, at least for
Don't
me to
care.
stop cussing him.
Yeah, anyway, it's preseason.
No,
Yeah, you're right.
and honestly,
Do you know what? Yeah, I've
honestly,
realized that I
can I
can't
finish?
forgive you. You know, I realized I can't forgive you.
For what?
Because
The 8
because
GA
because no, because you said that Sir Alex will struggle in today's football. I realize I can't forgive you. Like that to me is the
I'm not the
most
only one who said
diabolical
this.
thing you've ever said.
I'm
That's the
not the
most
only one who said this.
diabolical. Whoever else is endorsing that nonsense,
And also, I only
they
said it because this man, he would scream so much, and all of these players would be offended with the bullshit he says
do you
that
think he
nobody
will
would.
buy players he can't scream at?
No, so
Either, either
Fergie will
way.
thrive. Fergie will thriving it. What he also get is good assistant coach. He rotate assistant coach.
Anyway,
He
can
will
I
thrive
finish
it.
my
And
point?
also, the guy was
Guys,
a
can I finish
psychologist.
my point?
He knew who he should be
Can I
shouting at
finish
and who
my
he shouldn't
point?
be shouting at.
Okay,
Diabolical
Our
work.
team will not be where we are today, but we will not get Pogba or Bruno though. He
I
can build
Can
a
I
team.
finish my point?
okay.
Can
Let
I
Doctor land
finish?
her point first, and we can come back to what you were just talking about. But
In the vein, I'm gonna kind of quote Professor Omo here. I do want to see the goalkeeper, the youth goalkeepers, and I'm not saying this because I'm saying this because Onana, we know what he's about. I need to see the academy boys play a lot more. Maybe we can get them out to be loaned out somewhere. Um, so they need playing time.
which academy boys specifically are you talking about?
Uh, any of them, any of the goalkeepers. At this point, I really don't
Okay,
care.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And,
okay. So no, that's a fair point.
and
That's
of course, any news. Of course, I do want to see Cunha. I want to see whatever combination, whatever ideas Amorim has in his head. This is the perfect time for him to just play it. For him, sometimes it's best you see it on the field against whoever we're playing. You know, so we're playing Leeds, we're playing Everton, we're playing Bournemouth. We need to work on our rotation. He can do any kind of combination he wants and needs, and then when it comes first to day of the season, see how last season Xerxes scored against Fulham for us to win us again. I need us to start out this season with a win. I beg of you. That's all I need. Because
yeah,
I can't do this. They're playing Fioren. The last friendly is the day after my birthday. I
Okay.
can't do it. Like literally, I'm
So
in need.
Hold on.
so
You're a Leo doctor, yeah. You're a Leo as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
so what everybody has been talking about, like saying this midfield has got like more holes than a Swiss cheese. It's Bonnie Blue. What?
He probably has a backup plan. We don't know the backup plan. He's probably currently sitting at his home, supposedly trying to spend time with his family, and probably doing up whiteboards and tactics, and we don't
Shout out,
know.
Emma.
Okay.
So
So okay, all right. So you're saying
I
this?
have heard that we're gonna go for a midfielder, right?
Hugo.
Obviously we've been linked with
Hugo.
Edison, but then we've also been linked with Hayden Hackney. And as far as I know, he is a baller. He
Who does he play for?
Middlesbrough in
Oh, okay.
championship.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's fair.
He's
That's a good level.
a young player.
That's a good level.
His passing is top level.
Yeah.
His passing is top level. So obviously, I think most people's main concern is not necessarily a defensive midfielder or someone who's going to tackle someone. They're more concerned of how can we play the ball into midfield and then progress the ball forward. And if you want a player to do that, then Hayden Hackney is your man, I would say. So, and he wouldn't come for big money as well.
Middlesbrough try it though, but he's a baller. I'm not gonna lie, he's a baller.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with his game, but we'll see. We'll see if what you're saying is actually gonna.
They call him Carrick 2.0, but that's a bit overhyping again. But he's
Carrick
good.
2.0.
And guess what? The funny thing is, yeah, Burrow sacked Carrick, so you know.
All right. But let's do a quick little transfer prediction, real quick. I'm curious what you guys think, like where these actual center forwards are going to end up. One is Sesko. The second one is Gyökeres. The third one is Osimhen, and the fourth one is who is it again? Sesko, Osimhen. Not Boniface, but what was it? Shit.
Ekitike.
There we go. Thank
That's
you.
not happening. That's not happening.
Yeah, Ekitike. So like, yeah.
Mateo will be more likely, and people don't want to hear it, but Mateo will be more likely to go on us.
Do you think Palace would sell Mateta?
Why don't people want to hear it? I'm here for Mateta. If he's available, I'm here for it.
That's what I said, but people don't want to hear it.
Don't hear it.
So earlier on today, I saw a clip of the interview. I think it's either Sky or BBC was interviewing Mbeumo, and he was talking about. By the way, this is like a surprise. We're gonna probably get a surprise signing. You know how last season we got the Ligt and
wait a minute, 51
together?
minutes.
But
okay, all right. Okay.
We're probably gonna get another like duo thing. He was talking. What do you think about Wissa? That's what I'm gonna add. Yeah.
He's decent.
Would you mind if he came with Mbeumo at a discounted rate? Something like what happened last season with De Ligt and Mazraoui coming together?
Brentford's not going to do that.
Brentford ain't going to do that.
They're already trying to rinse it from Mbeumo. It's not going to happen.
No, I think the question was more, do you mind?
Do you mind?
I mean, anything's better than Xerxes and Hoyland, so, you know.
Yeah. I'll take Wissa. I'll take him.
I'll take it as well.
I take him. I thought I was like, the way he was talking, and I'm like, I mean, it won't surprise me if they both try and do a deal and come.
Yeah.
No, I don't see that. Brentford want to win us. They're not going to allow us to take Mbeumo and Wissa for this.
That's like Crystal Palace selling Eze and Olise at the same time.
Exactly.
One goes, and then one will stay one season, and maybe like they'll move them.
No, but I think both of them are set to leave this season though, because I've been hearing of Wissa getting linked to some other clubs. So other clubs are in for him as well this season. Other clubs in the Premier League and clubs abroad. So
how many years has he got in his contract?
I don't think he's got that. I don't think he's got that long left, and he's supposed to be leaving for less than Mbeumo as well. And he did score 20 goals in the Premier League as well. So,
do you think Wissa joins Frank at Tottenham?
Robert,
I mean, he could.
That's a shout. That's a shout.
He's got one more year, 25-26 season at the end of this.
Oh, well, okay, Bez.
And
the
contract is an option for 1 year extension, so he could like stay till 26. So they're probably gonna trigger it. They're not in a hurry to get him out, as you know.
Yeah.
Balitek is alluding, but like I think, yeah. It's so. Question, Balitek, where do you think Gyökeres is gonna go? Let's start with you.
I think he's more, because the thing is, if he was gonna go somewhere, he would have gone somewhere. So I think the fact that he's still kind of floating around, I think he has something with Amorim, some form of agreement before he left Sporting, which is why there was this whole kerfuffle about how Man United shouldn't come back and buy any of their players in January. So there was a gentleman's agreement there. Now, maybe all this, we didn't say that Sporting are trying to say now, maybe it's for the cameras. Maybe it's just to sell papers and to create interest and smoke and mirrors. It could just be that.
Yeah.
It could just be that. I do think he will come to Man United ultimately, because what better to do than come and link up with a manager that knows your football, You're gonna get good wages. The manager's come to Man United. He didn't go to some dusty club. I know we haven't performed well, but he didn't go to a dusty club. He's coming to play at Old Trafford, right? He's gonna get the big bucks and he's gonna play for a manager that he knows. Or you can risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Go and play Arteta football. Go and play Arteta football, or go and play with somebody else, right? And then you now, fair enough, you're coming there as a big player, but to a certain extent, if anything goes wrong, you now have to gain the manager's trust and everything else. You haven't got to do that with Amarim because he knows how you play. He's seen you your worst times. He's seen you at your best times. He knows how to get the best out of you. So I believe he's most likely going to come to Manchester United. Ekitike, I'm more thinking Ekitike is most probably going to go to Chelsea, I think. I think Chelsea just hoover up all the best young talent, unfortunately. If they hear someone play... Yeah, if they're hearing someone's playing like this man and that man and this man, like they're going to buy him. They're going to buy him. And you know what? They've already done it to us. They've signed Delap, even though I'm cool with the Delap thing. They've signed Quenda. I was pissed off about that a little bit because the manager wanted Quenda and Quenda went to Chelsea. And now they're looking like they're going to sign Ekitike. They've actually had a bid rejected. So in my eyes, they're probably going to go back in with a higher bid. They're not just going to walk away. They're going to go back in. So all this possum that's being played, and now we're being linked with him. In my eyes, Ekitike is probably like 5th or 6th down the striking pecking order because we'll most probably look at Mateta over Ekitike because of the price and because he's kind of ready right now. So, yeah.
Okay, that's it. And then what about Osimhen? You didn't mention Osimhen.
Osimhen is a funny one because I have a feeling that if nobody goes in for him from the Premier League, I have a feeling he might just go back to Turkey. I just have that strange, weird feeling. And the only reason why it's just, they treat the Mandem a little bit differently, When Mandem have a certain reputation, they're just like, yeah, you got a reputation. I'm not sure if I can touch you. But the problem is, this guy, he just bangs in goals. He's a bit of he just bangs in goals. And is he a risk? If he's gonna come to your club and bang in goals? I don't think so, And I slightly do think that if he signed for us, he could potentially outperform Gyökeres in the Premier League. So I think he's a better. I think. All right. This is what I would say.
Yeah.
Gyökeres probably fits Amarin like a glove, but Victor Osimhen fits every manager like a glove. I think if my fear is that if Amarin gets sacked, right, then we have a striker that might only be good with certain managers. Whereas if Victor Osimhen came, I can't really see too many managers that can't make it work with him. If that makes any sense. Because he's a top level striker. This guy, he can go to any league, he can play anywhere, and he's going to score goals. I even watched something where they said they was breaking down his goals, and they said when the ball comes into the box, like how we have these situations where like Xerxes or Hoyland, they'll just be sliding in after the ball has left or whatever.
Yeah.
Like things like that. Like that don't happen with Osimhen. If the ball's coming in, it's a goal. Because this guy knows how to time and position himself in a way where he's going to score those types of things. Yeah. Those types of things are like meat and drink for him. Yeah. Whereas if you're playing a ball across the box for Hoyland, 2 years later after the ball's gone, that's when he's sliding through. So no, Like, this guy can work with any, in my opinion, he can work with any manager, but Gyökeres can work with the manager that we have.
I hear it. Wrap up. What's your transfer prediction like? So where's Gyökeres gonna be? Osimhen, Ekitike.
I think it's probably going to be Gyökeres. If it's not Gyökeres, like I said, I'll keep saying it. If it's not Gyökeres, it'll be Mattel. I'll stand by that.
Oh, for us, our center forward.
Yeah, if it's not Gyökeres, it'll be Mattel. They'll go for the budget option.
Okay. You think Crystal Palace will just like they're playing European football, bro? They're not gonna.
They may not be though. It's not
It might not
guaranteed.
be, actually.
Who
They may not be.
who are they gonna have that's gonna lead the line? You know?
I don't care. It's irrelevant. If we give them the 40 M's and there's no guarantee that they're going to be in Europe because of the ownership thing that they got into.
I think it's
telling
almost
you.
set up that because it's less than 30% that the that owner owns. FIFA are gonna announce. I mean, UEFA is gonna announce it. I think tomorrow that there's no conflict of interest there. So yeah.
But regardless,
at
you
least
can convince the better to come to the theatre. I'm telling you, 40 M's run it, increase his wages. I'm saying that's if we don't get Gyökeres.
Okay. And do you think what about the movement for Ekitike? Is that what are you saying?
That's a smoke screen. That's a smoke screen.
All right.
That's bullshit.
Okay. I hear it. Let's hear Manja's predictions, by the way.
I'm gonna say with Ekitike, probably Ekitike's like 22 or something, can he? Something young.
Yeah,
player.
he's really young, and he's so promising as a talent.
Because of that, I'm gonna mention that 3 clubs, either Chelsea, Bayern, or Dortmund, them ones. For Gyökeres, if it's not United or Premier League club, I'm thinking of Barcelona because of the Lewandowski situation.
Oh,
and Osimhen can play Bundesliga with KSI in them. You know what I'm saying? One of them ones. And is that the players that you asked, or is there one more?
Yes, you didn't mention it. You said Ekitike, right? He's as well.
Ekitike, Chelsea, Dortmund, or Bayern. That's
Chelsea, Dortmund, or Bayern. You said, that makes sense. That makes sense, especially like considering what you said and what Balitek said as well. Chelsea and Ekitike seem like a perfect like match.
What do you think of my Gyökeres to Barcelona thing because of Lewandowski leaving?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But Barcelona apparently are very broke as usual. But
them leavers are
gonna be levering, So
that's my predictions.
Yeah, and also they probably need to figure out what they're doing with that. Is it Ferran Torres or whoever that backup guy that they got from City? But yeah, Doctor, what's your prediction, by the way?
What's the names again? You said
Osimhen, Ekitike, Gyökeres, and also Sesko. We forgot about Sesko, but those 3 really.
Yeah. So Sesko, I don't think is coming to United. I think it's his agent doing all the talking to kind of hurry up the whole Arsenal bid and stuff like that. Arsenal need to pick up their pace and get with the signings because people are working. They're probably gonna wait. Do what they did last season and get another Raheem Sterling, if you know what I mean. So True. that's a nothing burger. Gyökeres, that's a sticky one because I really want him to come. But I don't know. Let's wait. By the end of June, first week of July, when it's closed, when it's a preseason time, we'll see what happens. I really feel like he was. I kind of agree. Someone before me said, probably it was a gentleman's agreement. Then the president just decided to change his mind. Ekitike. Oh my God, his name is. He's a good player, but I don't know if he's United material. I don't know. The jury's still out on him.
Okay.
Osimhen, I would love Do you know he's? I would love for him to come. I feel like, but the thing is,
Mm.
Napoli another it's another one of those situations where it's a whole ball of mess, you know,
Yeah,
with Napoli and Galatasaray, his
yeah,
agent, this, that, Saudi. If he decides to like lower his whatever he's willing to get paid every week,
yeah,
perfect. But then again, people are complaining about uh, uh, what's it called? AFCON in December. I understand you, but let's be honest, with the way Nigeria is playing, I don't think they're going to last one week in match day three match day.
yeah.
But
I
that's
hear it.
the point. Um, there's a reason why I'm saying it here because KG doesn't want to hear. But then again, Ghana's not in it, so I can't talk plenty.
Mm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
and I kind of get it. You don't want like I kind of get it. If let's say let's put everything on paper. We have Osimen, Mbuemo, uh, who else? Onana, Ahmad for Afcon. That's
Oh, oh,
four
popcorn.
players plus
Mazraoui.
Mazarawi, five players, all gone. That's half of our team gone. Gone for at least 3 games. Minimum 3 games, maximum six. That's maximum 18 points. We cannot afford.
Surely that should open up, position like because like we're not playing so many games, doctor. Like
Yeah, but it's
people should
18
step
points.
up.
It's 18 points on the table. The Premier League is becoming more and more competitive. Look at the last day of the season.
Wait a minute. I was listen.
How
I just wanted to stay in listeners, and I said something about Nigeria not lasting third round. You better have some goddamn respect. Have some respect.
Like and subscribe, people.
let,
Thanks for tuning in.
let me finish what I was trying to say.
Kanye just got here, so I was
Let,
about
let
to.
me let Connie talk.
Big up,
I'll
Connie.
Finish
drop
Big up,
what
Connie.
that.
I was saying, okay?
Yeah,
Wow. I get
let
you're setting me up to get rushed. Anyway,
Carry
April,
on. Carry on.
the Premier League is getting more and more competitive. The last day of the season, if you notice, if you were watching the games, and every time somebody scored, it will go positions will change. It was like a rotate that this is like the top six, top seven. It would the point in at some point some people ended up on in Champions League just because of goal difference. We can't afford to be losing points.
yeah,
What Villa missed out on Europe what by 1 point or something like that.
yeah.
We can't afford it. So we need to hit the. I said this way back when we need to hit the ground running. We can't afford any mistake. A draw is dropping 2 points and a possible missing out on Europe. So I kind of understand where everybody's coming about where like Afcon we can't afford to miss players and stuff like that.
Sure.
So fingers crossed. And I know people have said they wanted Semenyo. I've heard Semenyo's name in the rumor mill. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's a good shout. He plays for Ghana, so I see him a little bit more when he's playing for Ghana and stuff like that. So I kind of see why people and he's been great for Bournemouth, but no,
Got
you
it.
know.
Got
So
it.
Hey, bots, before
Okay.
you go to Canny, the Premier League fixtures are out on Wednesday at 9 a.m. UK.
Oh,
yes, yeah. So you have to wake up at like what? It's 3 a.m.
yeah. I
your
might.
time.
Maybe I shouldn't go to sleep that night.
That's content on Wednesday, you know.
That's what we'll do. Let's hear like men like Kanye. Reminder to everybody that's just tuning in. Kind reminder to hit the like button. By the way, some people just pulled up as well. So Kanye, big up, broski. Are you awake? Kanye, is it?
Well,
Well, that was the
What?
wine, not Kanye calling.
No. What? Can I shout out my channel
Yeah,
quickly?
please, please,
I'm
please.
20. I know I am a criminal. I'm saying this before anybody comes for me. I'm a criminal. I haven't posted in a week. Life is lifing, but and I'm behind the scenes doing some craziness. Okay, me and the graphic designer, you guys.
What craziness you did?
I beg your
No,
I
pardon.
look at
I
your
beg your
own
pardon.
no. Like I'm thinking of a storm. Okay. I have some content ideas. Anyway, I'm 25 away from 100 subscribers.
Hey, like
25.
and subscribe.
Come on.
So please, just do me a favor. My birthday is coming up soon in August, so
All
can
right.
we just?
Will you
I'm
be doing the challenge before you do
Yeah.
your birthday party?
hopefully
Okay. I'll tune in.
Translation,
before
no.
the
I'll
new
tune in.
year.
That
I'll
means
tune in for
no.
the
That means
challenge.
no.
Just let me know. I'll tune in for the challenge.
Let us know, doctor. And yeah, what's the name of the channel? You just mentioned
Oh,
all these things, but you didn't say the name of the channel.
United Talks community. I'm gonna post the link in the
Nigel
chat.
Books, you say.
Just
He said Niger talks.
no,
Ghana talks. Ghana.
United Talks community.
You put it
I'm
in
by
the
the
I
way,
in the
was
comments.
saying,
United Talks community, guys. Make sure you check it out.
I'm
Doctor,
gonna
if
post the
Ineos
link
is smart, they go and get Theo Fernandez. I'm saying it now.
Theo
I
Hernandez.
beg.
Ooh.
Because Dorgu should be a bench player. I rate him. He's doing his thing. Get Theo Hernandez. He's getting frozen out of AC Milan right now.
I would
Yo,
Get
definitely
Theo
buy
Hernandez.
Theo Hernandez. That's not a bad shout.
somebody has
yo, what's
somebody has an account.
Omo's announcement? What's
I would
Omo's
also
announcement?
sign Estupinian, by the way. It's not a bad
I
Estupinian,
shout.
give that a
Hey,
go.
Balitech.
He is never
Balitech.
miss wrong.
very
Balitech.
underrated.
Balitech, quick question.
Yeah.
Do you think Yamal's still worth 100 mil? What do you say?
Right now, he's probably worth more. His stock's probably risen. But at the end of the day, yeah. Obviously, since Verts has gone for 150 million euros, his value has definitely gone up since then.
It's definitely like double, isn't it? 200 mil, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
180.
Well, you could say but is he double the player of Verts? Probably not. But so maybe 180.
That's fair. That's fair.
I want to say big up, by the way. Oh, there we go. The link is right there. Oh, announcement from
Hey,
Omo, by the
announce.
way, as
Here
What
well.
is
we
almost
go.
announcement?
I'm officially a nurse. Doctor is next. Come on.
Here we go.
Oh my god, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh
Dr.
my
Omo
word.
in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what?
Oh,
Medically,
you know,
we are fine in this community. If you know what I'm saying,
yes,
so
we are not your personal doctors.
We're not your personal doctor. You have to go
no,
and get
but
your own
you guys are the
prescriptions, mate.
community doctors. Come on, if Kanye has a problem or Great One has a problem, we can always consult. It's like having a
Bro, I just come in, you just throw me on the problem issues. If I have a problem, first person Candy, I'm the last one in the
I
first
can
one
eat odds on
problem.
that.
What
Kanye
the
is
heck?
always being thrown into shit.
Yeah, this is
Nah,
meant to
like
be half an hour
Oh
stream, right?
my
I
god.
think what
imagine I
Bots is
just come
trying to
in,
do,
Candy
he's
has a
trying to
problem.
create a problem, and
And they
Bro,
he's
run away.
Bots is
you have
trying to
bend
create a
What?
problem to throw you
No.
in it.
exactly, bro. Bro, there's
As
bend
long as it
over
ain't
in the
me, I'm
chat.
cool.
Throw him in the problem.
Who's the problem?
Lord. No, I
Okay.
need to hear your voices too, Kanye and Great One. We've been talking about the transfer, like,
Me, I just came to just give a hot take. Okay, clip it if you
what's the
want.
hot take? What's the hot
What
take?
is it?
Yeah, bots, you are easy to trigger. What's the hot take? No,
What is
okay.
it?
No. Do you know what he wants
My
to
hot
do?
take. What do I want
Now
to
go
do?
ahead, Kenny, go.
Let him speak.
Okay,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
okay. My hot take is this. For me, I'm just every time I look into the news, like when I wake up, I just open the news. I just want to hear we have signed Mbuemo. I just every time that's the only signing I'm just like praying like we don't fumble. We need that guy. Somehow I feel if we get him, we'll be sort of complete up front. But if we get either one of the two victors, my hot take is that we will go straight off the bat 10 games undefeated. straight off the bat
Yeah.
from game one. If we get Mbwemu and one of the victors on up top,
So if
or
we get
even
Liverpool in our second game,
actually, I can even add the third one, Mateta. I don't mind Mateta as well. If we get any one of these three up front with Mbwemu, Cunha, Ahmad as a wing back, Dogu this side. Of course, we can improve on Dogu, but I don't mind him so far. Bruno with either Casemiro or Ugarte, but I'd rather Casemiro and Ugarte. I don't know where to throw Bruno. Yeah, it's a bit of a dilemma there. But like Bruno and let's say Ugarte, because Casemiro the legs, so he can come in as a sub. And then the back three, Lenny Yoro, Delict, and obviously maybe I wouldn't mind having Martinez there or Haven, but Martinez obviously seniority. If we have, I don't mind the back; it will sort itself out. But if we have those three up front, Mbuemu, Cunha, and one of those three that I've mentioned, Victor Osimhen or Gyökeres or Mateta, 10 games from day one unbeaten,
Come on.
straight out.
That's
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, a certain someone said we're gonna get 17 games unbeaten. So,
Who said that?
Mr. Hot Chip
Mr. Hutch, bro,
last
come
season.
on.
Last season.
Last season.
Last season.
I'm being a little bit careful, but I'm saying 10 games unbeaten straight.
10 is
Great one.
reasonable.
Great one.
Yeah.
What do you think about Kani's hot take? 10 games unbeaten.
Yeah, before I address Kani's hot take, you see the live you did earlier, bro. You a disgrace, bro. You get me? You a disgrace. The way you ended that live,
Like
big
and
man thing,
subscribe.
you a disgrace, bro. Like
Thanks for
we need to
tuning
spin the
in.
wheel on
Like and
you, fam.
subscribe.
We need to spin. You're probably going to end it right now. You're probably
Yeah,
going
do it
to
now.
end it right
In
now.
I'm not.
5,
I'm not.
Waste, man.
4, 3, 2, we out.
You
I'm
waste,
not.
man.
My apologies. I actually had to run quickly for a meeting.
Yeah, you're running to end the stream. That's what you're doing, man.
No.
Big man thing. As soon as somebody mentions doctor, you just end the stream, bro. It's mad.
That's
Nah.
actually true, you know. That is true.
Nasty,
I've noticed
nasty
that.
work.
No, it's sometimes, I have friends like Tommy, so I do the Irish goodbye sometimes, but like,
But you can leave the stream with
Yo,
Vegeta.
boss.
Anyway, I think it was a
But
conspiracy.
You
but
can leave the stream
actually,
with Vegeta. Like, why do you have to end the
I
stream?
concur with my man's take here, bro. Like because, bro, that's like proper Sunday League YouTuber behavior, bro.
This guy,
Tell you.
bro, is a
Not
waste,
Sunday
man.
League. Oh, no.
He's gonna end the stream now. He's gonna
See you
end it.
guys.
He's gonna
Thanks
end
for
it. He's
tuning
gonna
in.
end it.
Big up.
Yeah, follow Bots React. He has another channel. Follow Bots React. He won't advertise.
Oh
it, bro.
yeah.
We
Oh,
watch
yeah.
your
End
channel
the
more than
stream
you do,
before he
bots.
advertises his channel. This
Supposedly we're
waste, man.
supposed to be doing a Sinners live, and
Yeah.
You know what?
don't
We're
don't
gonna
end.
do. We
Don't
have
end.
End the stream, bots. Come on.
No, we
Don't
have
end
to
the
do it.
stream.
No, I'm not gonna end
He
the
does
stream.
not even advertise his channel because
Guys-
he's ending the stream early.
Guys,
It's waste, man.
if you
I
haven't
agree.
seen,
Great one.
if you haven't seen the movie Sinners, please let's watch it as a community.
I've seen it today.
Like you seeing it today?
I've seen it.
You saw it today?
I saw it today because I thought you're going to do a review about it. Waste my time. Yeah.
Oh no, okay, well then we
I
need to do it either tomorrow or Saturday.
When it's
My-
Saturday,
No,
man,
I'm
because
free
tomorrow's happy
tomorrow.
hour.
You know. I
Yeah,
think
tomorrow
I
I'm
need to
free
say.
tomorrow, so-
I need to say.
What time is you
Danny,
going live?
Danny, you have until Saturday to see it. Doctor
Yeah.
is
You know
I'm
what's been
free
the you know what's
tomorrow.
been what's
I'm
the
not free
problem?
during the weekend though, so
The problem.
I
is
told
that
you not Saturday or Sunday.
She did say that still.
I made a mistake. Yeah, I decided to buy Football Manager again. I haven't played it since 2022, so I bought Football Manager, bro. So now, bro, bro, you know what procrastination is, bro? I'm behind on my tasks. I'm behind
That's
on
very
a lot.
uncanny of you.
Bro. I'm behind on
Big up.
everything, bro. Like, and the
I'll be
league is
continue,
just
man.
going nice in my league.
Big up, big up everyone.
Big up Coutinho, by the way.
I'm waiting for the review for Mission Impossible. I've watched it. I'm gonna go watch it. I've watched it twice. I've watched it twice, and I'm gonna expose myself so I can get arrested. I couldn't care less.
Okay.
I've watched it illegally with bad graphics, camera recording, and then the second time I went to watch it in the cinema. But yeah,
So it's showing right now, right?
You don't have to say the first one still.
Coutinho.
Come on,
Coutinho.
Manjan Doctor know about the whole TV license. I don't know if you've seen this viral video of a guy, and he got a letter from the people from the TV license people. He said, "We've seen your videos on Instagram. Can you stop making videos about the whole TV license topic? And you're getting taken to court regardless because you're not refusing to pay your TV license. Basically, we have to pay money to watch using BBC channels." Basically.
Wow.
Can I just say the views of Condinia do not reflect the views of the Palace and Proper Power Hour?
Yeah, Coutinho.
He's talking about Mission Impossible, by the way, Jack.
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
Jack, the season starts the weekend of the 18th of the weekend of 16/17th of August. So whatever weekend date lands on that Saturday and Sunday, that's when it starts.
It'll just be the Friday night game as well. Watch.
Yeah, I have a question. Who do you want as your first 5 games?
Give me Manchester City, bro. Give me Man City.
DR Sports asked that question to everybody, and everybody, they were all like, "Oh my god, I don't know."
My quick answer is anybody but the top 6.
No, we need the top 6.
Actually, top 6, we'll find top 6.
We play better
so
against the top 6.
Definitely play top 6. So I think
give me Liverpool at Anfield, bro.
I don't want.
Guys. I want Tottenham. Give us Tottenham.
No, I don't want
I'll be
Tottenham.
legit. Would you? I want to see how we play in the preseason first. Still.
Yeah, I'm thinking Leeds United because they're gonna want to profit of that whole thing. We're gonna either play Liverpool or Arsenal. Bournemouth.
Nah, we're gonna get Chelsea away. Watch.
And then maybe who else came up? Sunderland, right? Yeah. So we're gonna play.
I think you get Sunderland.
Games. We're gonna play 2 of the top 6, and then maybe a Brentford, Bournemouth kind of team,
or Fulham.
Or Fulham. Our
I
first
ain't gonna
game
lie
was
to you,
Fulham.
Doc. I ain't gonna lie to you, Doc. You named the whole of the league, mate. To be fair.
No, Leeds is definitely up there as one of our first games. So
that's not what you're saying, though. Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna play like one of the top teams that we might face might be City first, because I
doubt it. I think that's more October, November time.
You know what? I've had a premonition. Guys.
We're gonna lose to Sunderland.
I've had a premonition, guys.
Game, please, Liverpool.
I've had a premonition. United have signed Cunha and can get in Bremo. Wolves and Brentford are going to be our first 2 games.
Yeah.
You know what? I could see that happening.
Watch. Home and away.
And then from there, like we'll sign them just before the window closes. We'll
and then we play them.
After we play them, it'll be the most.
You watch. It works that way sometimes,
Yeah. But okay, all right. Back to we're gonna do the movie review then. I guess after the weekend on Monday, we have anybody that want to participate in that. You have this weekend to watch it. It's called Sinners. I bet you can possibly also find it online now. But just go watch it in the cinema this weekend, and then let's talk about it.
So are you spinning the wheel? Yeah.
Am I spinning the wheel?
Yeah.
For
the way you ended the live, innit?
Like and subscribe, people. Thanks for tuning in.
Come on, man.
You do an HH. You seem to do an HH. I don't know when you've seen he ends a stream on someone when they haven't finished their words.
Football Power Hour.